Hi everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. In this lesson, I'm going to be talking about hybrid picking, what it is, how to do it on the mandolin, things like that. It's going to be short, it's going to be fun, hope you stick around. If you're looking for other lessons like tunes, songs, other techniques on the mandolin, check out my website mandolessons.com. It's all there, it's all free, there's tabs, standard notation, play along tracks, you name it. And there's a couple ways to donate, which is always appreciated but not required. But for now, let's get back to hybrid picking. What is hybrid picking? Well, there's two kind of main styles of playing, and it mostly gets talked about with guitar. But one is using a pick, and the other is using just your fingers, or sometimes finger picks. Which is not really the way anyone plays the mandolin, as far as I'm aware, but I'm sure somebody out there has done it and makes it sound great. I'm just not aware of it. But it might sound like something like this. I'm not a finger picker. But hybrid picking is a little of both of those, and it's, I think, a little more useful on the mandolin, because the mandolin really requires, in my opinion, the pick to really get a nice strong sound out of the instrument. Versus, I personally can't kind of get the sound I'm looking for with fingers. But what you do with hybrid picking is, if you're going through a song, maybe playing some chords, so what I'm doing right there is I'm just playing two notes at a time, one with the pick. So, sorry, this is the sound of hybrid picking. If you look at my left hand, I'm playing the bass note with the pick. So the bass, I'm just kind of going up a scale here, and then I'm playing a harmony note with my middle finger on the A and E strings. So the pick is kind of playing up a scale in G and D strings, and the my middle finger is using the A and E strings to play harmony notes. So the first example here is open G string, second fret on the A string is G and B, and I'm using the pick to go down on the G string and my middle finger to kind of pluck up on the A string, second fret. And then second fret on the G string, third fret on the A string. It's kind of an A minor chord. And then fourth fret on the G and fifth fret on the A. Then fifth fret on the G and the open E string, so it's more of a stretch for your middle finger. So let's just do that many for now. Let's go up and down those. So we have open and 2, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 5 and open, 4 and 5 going back down, 2 and 3, open and 2. And what that does is it allows you to play two strings at the same time that aren't necessarily right next to each other. If you just had the pick, you have to kind of jump over that D string, which we're not playing. So the kind of closest you can get with a pick is to play more full chords. But with hybrid picking, you can really just pick out the notes that you want. So let's finish off this scale. The next one is the open D string, and the second fret on the A string, second fret on the E string, open D, second on the E. It's kind of a D chord. Second fret on the D string is an E, and the third fret on the E string is a G, so 2 and 3, 4 and 5, and then 5 and 7. So you can see those shapes are the same once you switch strings. Just like when you play a G scale, you play 0, 2, 4, 5, and then you switch strings and play 0, 2, 4, 5. It's the same idea, but you're just playing 2 strings at a time. So you have open and 2, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, and then 5 and open. And then your pick is now on the D string, and you're going to play open and 2, except open D string, 2nd fret on the E, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, and then instead of 5 and open, you don't have an open string, so you're going to play 5 on the D string and 7 on the E string. So it sounds like this. And you don't always have to, you don't have to play it all the time like that. Sometimes I'll just throw it into a tune. So there it is right there. So I'm just kind of making it up as I go here. But play around with it. If there's a harmony note that you feel like, or a bass note, you can think of it either way. Maybe the melody is, and you want that G note underneath it. So let's try that as a little exercise. The melody, and this is from the tune Shove That Pig's Foot Further in the Fire. It's an old time tune, which this isn't really an old time technique, but I'm just using the tune as an example. So the melody's going down, up, down, up, down, starts on the A string. 2, 3, 2, 0, 5. And we're just going to start with that hybrid pick. Open on the G string and 2. Let's see. So it's going to be down on the open G string, hybrid pick middle finger up on the 2nd fret, and then into up on the A string on the 3rd fret. So this is one example of somewhere you might use it. Mostly it's just a lot of fun. It sounds cool to me. Play around with it and see what you come up with. It's not a highly used. A lot of people use it on the guitar. It's much less common on the mandolin, but it's still a fun thing to play around with, and I highly recommend it. And I wish there were more mandolin players that used it, so maybe you can be one of them. Thanks for watching. Again, lots more lessons over at mandolessons.com, and I hope to see you over there again soon. Bye-bye.